There is a subtle illusion, so deeply woven into the fabric of modern life that most people never even question it. It is the belief that peace is somewhere out there, a distant place, a future achievement, a reward waiting at the end of some invisible road. We tell ourselves, once I fix this, once I figure that out, once they change, once the world becomes better, then, finally, I'll be at peace. But look closely. How long have you been walking this road? How many times has peace felt just within reach? Only to slip away again, always postponed, always delayed. Not now, but soon. Not here, but there. Not yet, but maybe someday. And like a mirage in the desert. The more you chase it, the further it seems to drift. It is a cruel trick of the mind, a trick that keeps us running, striving, grasping, believing that peace is something to be earned. But what if that has never been true? What if the very act of chasing peace is the thing that keeps it away? Gandhi, in his simple, profound clarity, offered a truth that dismantles this illusion completely. There is no path to peace. Peace is the path. Do you hear it? Let those words settle. Let them echo in the quiet corners of your being. Peace is not a destination. It is not a reward. It is not a finish line waiting beyond your struggles. It is a way of being, a posture, a presence, a choice, made now, in this breath, in this step, in this moment. The mind resists this. It screams, but how? But when? But what about? Because the mind only knows how to search. It does not know how to arrive. But your being, your essence, has never left. Peace has never been missing. It has only been overshadowed by the noise, by the stories, by the endless waiting for something to be different. And perhaps, just perhaps, the greatest act of revolution is not to wait any longer. It is to realize that the path is the peace, that every moment you choose presence over reaction, silence over noise, compassion over judgment, you are already walking it. Look closely at the architecture of your suffering, and you will see that it is almost always built upon two words, when and if. When I have more time, when I have more money. If they would just understand me, if I could finally let go. Do you notice the pattern? A life suspended in some hypothetical future, a life that keeps waiting for permission, waiting for conditions to align, waiting for the world, the people, the circumstances to finally cooperate. But what if none of that was ever the problem? What if the real prison is this waiting itself? Consider this deeply. The mind has crafted a maze, an infinite loop where happiness, peace, and freedom are always postponed. It whispers, once the outer world matches my expectations, then I will allow myself to feel peace. But the world is wild, chaotic, unpredictable. It does not submit to your plans. It does not conform to your desires. And if your peace depends on the external, you are forever a hostage to things beyond your control. This is the trap. This is the lie. The truth is quieter, simpler. It doesn't shout. It waits. Patiently right here, beneath the noise. There is no future moment where you will finally become peaceful. There is only this moment, this inhale, this exhale, this sensation of being alive. Now, every time you slow down and step out of the mental theater of when and if, you taste it. A peace that does not require conditions. A peace that is not something you earn, but something you remember. It's not out there. It's never been out there. It's in the way your breath flows without effort, in the way your heart beats without permission, in the silence behind your thoughts. Gandhi's words are not a metaphor. They are a direct pointing. There is no path to peace. Peace is the path. Not tomorrow, not later, now, right now. In this step, as you listen, as you breathe, as you simply exist. The practice is not in arriving, it is in realizing that you were never not there. There is a peculiar sickness in the modern mind, a subtle disease. It is the belief that peace is a destination. We tell ourselves, once I heal all my wounds, once my life is perfectly organized, once the world is less chaotic, then I will finally be at peace. But notice the tragedy hidden within this thinking. Life passes, moments slip away, and while you are busy preparing for peace, you miss the opportunity to live it. The horizon keeps moving. No matter how far you walk, it stays just out of reach. Why? Because the horizon was never real. It was always a projection of the mind. The same happens with peace. If you project it into the future, it remains forever distant. If you believe that peace is a reward for finally fixing yourself, for finally earning it, then you are placing it exactly where it cannot be touched. It becomes an endless chase, a cruel mirage. Gandhi's words crack through this illusion like thunder. There is no path to peace. Peace is the path. Not something to be achieved, but something to be embodied, lived, felt in the smallest of actions, in the quietest of moments. What does it mean to live peace? It means realizing that peace is not the absence of chaos, but the presence of clarity within it. It's not waiting for the noise of life to stop, but noticing the silence that was always here, behind it. It's not about perfecting the external world, but softening the grip of the internal one. Peace is not in the future. It's in how you sip your tea. It's in how you take a breath before responding. It's in the space between your thoughts. When you stop chasing, you start seeing. The bird singing outside your window has no concern for your deadlines. The wind moving through the trees does not care whether you're failing or succeeding. Existence continues effortlessly, abundantly, peacefully. When you're not tangled in your mind, are part of that effortless flow. The invitation is simple but radical. Drop the idea of becoming. Drop the myth of the distant reward. Instead, become intimate with this step, this breath, this ordinary, sacred now. This is where peace lives. It always has, and it always will. And now, at the end of this reflection, a truth emerges, one that has always been simple, and yet the mind resists it endlessly. Peace is not a destination. It is not something that awaits you after the struggle is over, after the world finally cooperates, after you fix yourself or life becomes perfect. Number peace is not there. It has never been there, because peace is not a place. It is not a prize. It is a way of walking, a way of being. The more you chase it, the more it escapes. The moment you stop, truly stop, it rises within you, subtle, gentle, but unshakable. Look around. Life is still imperfect. The world still turns with all its noise and chaos. But something has changed. You are no longer fighting the river. You are the river, flowing, moving, but at peace within the flow. no longer waiting for life to deliver something, no longer postponing your peace to some imaginary future. You breathe and realize peace was always hidden in the very fabric of each breath, in each step, in the quiet moments when the mind surrenders its endless demands. Gandhi's words are not philosophy. They are a live truth. There is no path to peace. Peace is the path. When you choose to embody this, you begin to move differently in the world. Every step becomes a sacred act. Every word carries less violence. Every gaze becomes softer. Every silence more full. Not because the world has changed, but because you did. This is the quiet revolution, a revolution that does not require banners, does not require battles. It happens in the space between breaths, when a human heart chooses to no longer postpone life. And from this space, you realize something deeper still. Peace was never something to find. It was something to remember. The world doesn't need more warriors of conflict. It needs warriors of peace, those who walk not towards peace, but as peace itself. And that, my friend, is the most radical act of all.